now that you have your pocket on, you're ready to sew, if you got my approval. So we're going to stitch close to the sides and the lower edge of the pocket. Stitch like 2 1/2. Don't forget to back stitch. Now what you're going to do is you're going to sew along that very edge. So when I put it in there, I don't use the edge of the presser foot. We're going to start at the top of the very top of the pocket. I'm going to go down 3, back 3, and I just sew, and I'm going to sew over my pins this time, right along the edge. So it takes a little bit of practice. All right, now this is where the rectangle paper sewing worksheet comes in handy. You're going to sew to the end, and when you get close, you're going to turn your hand wheel so you're close to that edge. Needle down, pick up your presser foot, turn your fabric, presser foot down. Remember the fabric you want to sew is in front of you, and you keep on going. Slower than me. Just remember, if you start rushing things, that's when you make mistakes. And then you have to take it out, and it's more work in the end. So take your time. It is okay to sew over your pins if you put them in perpendicularly, like I have. But if you don't, if you put them in horizontally, it makes it a little bit dangerous. So you don't want to sew over them. You might break a needle every once in a while if you sew over your pins. All right, now when you get to the end, again, you want to stitch to the very top because you don't want your pocket flopping down. And back stitch. And then you pull it out, trim off. Now, one thing I do want to remind you, some students like to fold this like this, and they go to sew it, and then they have sewed their bottom half of their apron, and then they have to take it all out. So make sure when you sew, you have it nice and flat and open. That's it.